There is a lot of unfairness with ERISA. ERISA is the Employee Retirement Income Security Act, and it's a federal law that preempts state law, and there's a lot of unfairness for claimants and participants. Now, there are a few good things about ERISA, and so that's what I want to talk about today. What are the good things about ERISA? Well, first of all, unlike a state law insurance claim, an ERISA claim has disclosure obligations. That is, before you file a lawsuit, the insurance company or the plan administrator or claims administrator, whoever is deciding the claim, has an obligation to produce certain documents whenever there is adverse action taken on your claim. Well, clearly, a decision to not pay your benefit is adverse action. And so at that point in time, you have a right to request in writing a copy of the claim record. And all of the documents which were relied upon to make that decision denying your claim are supposed to be produced within 30 days of the receipt of your request for those documents. A lot of people don't know that, but that is an important advantage with ERISA. Because before you go into litigation, the courts want you to exhaust every effort to convince the insurance company or the plan administrator or claims administrator to pay your claim. So that's the first order of business when there's adverse action. Request the claim record, request the file. Sometimes courts refer to it as the administrative record. That term is a bit of a misnomer because it implies that the insurance company or decision maker is like the Social Security Administration, for example, which is following a very rigid and outlined and well-known administrative process. Well, there's some processes that the decision maker is supposed to follow for certain, but they're not very administrative, and they don't get to that same level of disclosure and fairness as a typical administrative process. But nonetheless, you make your request for the claim record. If you don't, you're shooting in the dark. You don't know the real reason why your claim was denied. Often the letter denying your claim won't make sense to you. Well, my doctor said I can't work full-time anymore. I have these restrictions and limitations. So why do they deny my claim? Well, often it's because they can. They deny it because they feel like they can deny it. And so you need to obtain the claim record to find out the real reasons why they're denying the claim. The letter denying your claim may just have boilerplate in it. It may say you don't meet the definition of disability, or your medical condition doesn't rise to such severity as to impose any restrictions or limitations. And all these decisions will have been made about you without ever looking at you or without even talking to your doctors or really understanding your doctor's points of view. So get the claim record.